All right. It is. What day is it? So Tuesday's edition of Daily Bread coming at you live right at 3:30 on the East Coast. That's the best way to be starting it off. You can tell how excited we are for this 4-game NBA slate. All we got coming at you. I guess we could technically talk about the US Open Cup, but no one wants to hear us talk about USL League 2 teams. As usual, the show is powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be checking them out before the Sweet 16 starts and to get all of your action. Even though there's an international break, still footy plays out there. NHL is rolling and chugging along. Plus, you got tennis action as well. The number one spot to be to get all the action each day. We're currently live on Twitter at Daily Bread Media. Give us a like, retweet, and follow there if you already didn't to any of those. Mo, we can't really answer why you're alone. Sosa said she left you, but on YouTube, that's what you can get. The best spot to be to drop out your best bets and plays. We had some fire winners dropped yesterday. I know Donovan Mitchell wasn't the favorite. That was 2 days ago. Last night, we had some other takes in there. But Sosa, Sixers got a dub. Switched 14 to 15 points. Line swing. Didn't matter one bit without Joel or Harden.
That's a fact, man. If I could explain it to you, I would, but I can't. I think Friday calls it the Doc Rivers special. I mean, the Philly special is obviously your football, that football bullshit that you guys ran in the Super Bowl. But hard fought win. Maybe they didn't. Like I said, I can't explain it, bro. If I could, I would. But explaining what happened last night would be difficult. They couldn't run zone against us all night like they did the last time we played, and then Tyrese Maxey just 28 piece, hit every big shot that was required down the stretch.
They didn't let anyone else go in other than Miami's big three is the best way to put it as well.
Yeah, we played really well, and Matisse Thybulle basically he put Duncan Robinson on a milk carton.
I'd hope he'd be able to do that to him.
Absolutely. I mean,
if he was struggling with that, that'd be bad signs for him.
I mean, we knew he would lock him up, but my lord, bro, that kid was just absolutely useless last night. Was Duncan Robinson completely useless? What other takeaways?
Luka got your 3 threes. He didn't finish off the ladder for you, so you at least got the one winner there. We hit the full game under. We're 5 points off the projection on the game, but we still
KD gave us 35. He got the 31. He made sure he got us 35. Last night was a pretty good night, man. I'm pleased. Can't win every bet. And we can't control human beings, but we can do our best to give you the best information and insight when placing those bets, which is, I think we do a damn good job with that every single day.
Yeah, someone just rang my doorbell, scared the shit out of me. It was my Nespresso drop off. I just realized.
That's cute.
Had to get back into the zone, but we got college hoops that we'll be talking about today. We're going to talk about the East and the West bracket. Games on Friday or Thursday and Friday, no rhyme or reason. We're just going to talk about all the games and then we'll preview them the day of before. With only 4 NBA games, we had to work in some other action in here. On YouTube, give us a like. Really helps us get out there. But let's get into the college hoops plays, and we can start it off with the Thursday game. We can go with the big spread or the little spread first. Which one do you want?
We can go with the big one.
All right, Zags, Arkansas. So first 2 halves, the first 2 games, the Zags have just slept walk and then put up 50 plus in each of them. Memphis, they fought tougher there. The Georgia State, they were just not locked in and loaded. Maybe a few told
the referees made sure they didn't lose against Memphis. Let's get that clear. If you watch that game, the referees made sure. And when I say they made sure, Jalen Duren played 7 minutes the entire second half. The referees made sure that Gonzaga got through that last game. I'm sorry. That's just the truth, bro. It's the truth. People can say what they want, but Penny and them got fucked. Just
All right,
how I
back to the
feel.
game that matters, not the one that
I'm
you're
sorry.
salty about for some
I'm
reason
sorry.
here.
I'm
But
sorry.
the Zags, the first half angle hasn't came through yet. The second half team total over covering the second half has came through each time. If you had to make a play in the spread wise, so are you going to lay the double digits here, or
Yes.
would you rather mess around with the total?
This is where Gonzaga takes care of business. I really do believe that Memphis was their hardest matchup is in this entire region. Don't care what anyone says. Gonzaga's going to cover the 9.5. They'll cover the first half and the second half. Arkansas, it was a cool story. They got a couple good wins, but this is where the road ends. I like Gonzaga to cover the 9.5, and I like them to cover the 6 in the first half. 6, 5.5, whatever number it is.
Doubling down easy there. You like it that way. It's Arkansas has been the survive and advance team so far this year. Got past the UConn and got past New Mexico State. That's the best way to put through it. They've made both of those games ugly enough. Musselman, is this going to be his marquee win? I mean, there's no way they can match the size. That's their biggest issue here. They don't have a center that can control Timmy. I think this is the game where they're gonna have to spread Gonzaga completely out and just nail threes and that's not what Arkansas's marquee has been this year. They're better at finishing at the rim, especially with their slashing guards and wings, which is going to be difficult here. That's my biggest concern from them here. This is where an SEC team does not match up well with a West Coast Conference team.
This is also just a situation where Arkansas also has those lapses where they go 2-3 minutes without a bucket, and you can't do that against Gonzaga. Memphis did that one time; it cost them the game. Arkansas can't go through a 3-minute stretch twice and have and even be able to compete with this team because make or miss, they're running it down right. They're running it right back down the court. I believe that the path is clear as day for Gonzaga here to dominate throughout the tournament. I think they walk through the next 4 games, and I think they moonwalk to a title. I honestly do, bro. That's just my honest belief. I think they moonwalk to a title at this point.
Moonwalk to a title. Well, they're still sitting at plus 200 out there. They opened up plus 300, so they really haven't taken much off of that number from pre-tournament. I mean, you can't moneyline parlay them all through because I don't even think that would get you to plus 200.
Michael Jackson style, bro. Gonzaga.
I like what Jay Reach said here. Definitely someone who watches SEC because he's saying Jalen Williams is a flopper. I think he's taken the most charges of the season.
That takes some talent, though.
That's where I guess if he could get Timmy into the trouble there and then make no.
See,
let's not even try to convince ourselves that way.
Because when Timmy goes off the floor, they can go faster. You can naturally spread the floor when Timmy comes off the floor, and like you can play Chet at the 5, and he can handle the ball, get outside, do exactly what Timmy does. But now ain't no pack of guards. See, that's the thing, Chuck. Ain't no team with a pack of guards that can give Gonzaga problems. I'm looking at all these teams. I'm looking at Duke could run with them. UNC could possibly run with them. Purdue could possibly run with them. But their inconsistencies of those 3 teams compared to Gonzaga, I think Gonzaga's the odds-on favorite, and I think it's just clear that they're the best team. Now, those teams, all 3 of those teams that I just said, on any given night, they can give them a run. They can play a game into the high 70s, maybe 80s against Gonzaga. But after that game against Memphis, I just think it's set up now, man. Like they have everything aligned for them to run through this time, I think. And again, ain't no Baylor waiting for them at the end. None of these teams hold that. The other
team on the other side.
There's only one other team I forgot to mention. That's Villanova.
That's Baby Baylor. They're Baby Baylor this year.
So Villanova.
And who do you think Baby Baylor is on the other side?
Honestly, bro, like
it's Houston. Houston, I think, can get them, man.
The only 2 teams that I truly believe, not Kansas, the 2 teams I think have the best chance to beat Gonzaga, Villanova and Duke. That's it. Arizona should have lost to TCU. They not making it to the end.
Houston can. I think you're underselling Houston.
Hey, listen, Kelvin Sampson, great guy, hell of a job he's done.
You asked for the team with the guards that could get him
this year. What was I didn't hear last thing you just said.
I said you asked for the team that had the pack of guards that could get them. I'm not saying they're Baylor style last year. That's why I call them Baby Baylor. They kind of play that same mentality and they can just blitz you. But let's get into the narrative game. The line has flipped since open. It still went from +1 to -1, so you technically have to say it flipped. Coach K out on the West Coast going for tourney win number 100. Is it as easy as it seems here,
Yes.
even though Texas Tech?
It's exactly what you said. He's gonna win his 100th game. They have to. It's narrative driven, like you said. He's gonna win. He's gonna get to 100 wins. First,
No one's ever had 100 tourney wins,
and they're gonna make sure that he gets to that in his swan song. Again, I would keep saying it again. There's only two teams I think have legit chance to beat Gonzaga. It's Villanova, and that's Duke. That's it. I think Duke. They're physical, but the talent, bro. Duke really just showed, man. They have an extreme influx of talent. The way they ended that and closed that game against Michigan State. Shout out to Paolo. I'm not super high on Paolo. Everyone knows that. Now listen, the NBA body he has polished, and he has to know when to pick his spots to actually be aggressive. The talent's there. Is he? There's maybe two guys I would take over him though. I'd probably take Jabari Smith over him. I'd probably take Chet over him, respectfully. And I love Paolo physically, but I think Chet has a higher ceiling than just about any player in this draft as far as just being a true unicorn, etc. But I think in this one it's Duke or nothing for me.
So here's my question for you, and I think how this one comes. I mean, they're an underdog. I mean, they're +1. You get a +105. Some books aren't even giving you it. It's a -105. So does Duke break 70 points in this game? Because you got the total sitting at 137, which is saying they don't.
Yes. The one, Duke will get the whistle. Two, Duke has more talent. The talent will win out.
So you think they break 70?
I think they score enough points to win. I don't know if they break 70, but I know they win.
Because that's where they've not broke 70 3 times in conference play so far this year. They've grinded out the wins they were 3 or 4 when they haven't broken 70, and UVA was the team that got them there in the late. That's what I kind of see the recollections of here. And with Texas Tech, they're 9 deep. A lot of people like to fade Terrence Shannon right now just because he's volatile off the bench, kind of with their 6-man here. But Texas Tech, they don't run someone really smaller than 6'5". And that's just kind of where Duke's offensive game plan so far in the first two has been how many high pick and rolls until they get the matchup that they want there, or they get Paolo in some sort of separation or someone falls asleep. That's just where, other than narrative basis, I just think Texas Tech should and has everything there to lock them up, as most of the comments are saying here. I just think something's fishy in the air here. And this is where Duke, they don't force many turnovers, but Texas Tech does like to cough the ball up a decent amount. It was more of Notre Dame not punishing them and the chances that they got. And you can say the same thing for the previous matchup of where Michigan State's lack of a point guard finally cost them in the clutch time there. But I think it has to be Duke here, even though Texas Tech seems too easy to be true that they should just roll them in this spot. I just think Duke keeps rolling here because their last tough game was the last one. If they got past Michigan State, it's a match with Gonzaga at this point because they won a few K at this point.
The availability of Griffin is also going to be a part of it. You know, he left the game with that ankle. We don't know his availability or how effective he'll be based on how they finished that game. He played great against Michigan State, and they were lucky to pull that game out. So I think the status of Griffin is actually part of the reason that this line is what it is right now. I believe it is being slightly affected by that. So that's why the line is where it is. We checking out any more games today? Or are we gonna?
You want to go to NBA?
We can go straight to the league, the association tonight. I don't have too much Got three looks that I really, really love. Only 4 games. First game, Golden State versus the Orlando Magic. In this game, I'm running back a play with Mr. Wendell Carter. First off, him to get a double double is my favorite bet of the night. But let me see if they finally have it up on the book. It's at minus 160. It's super juiced. I would obviously never give that play out as a play. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play Wendell Carter 12 plus rebounds at plus 172. I love the matchup against the bigs for Golden State, coming off a career night, most points he ever had in a game, second most rebounds he ever had in a game. Wendell Carter, 12 boards against the front line of Kevon Looney and Draymond Green, plus 172. That's my first play of the night.
I don't like betting the magician games, and it's tough to read this Warrior squad coming into Orlando here. I mean, they usually just put up 120 plus, so that's kind of where, I mean, if I had to force a play in this one, I do think we see the Magic's regression as you're alluding to, especially with Draymond there. I'll do it. Warriors team total over 111.5 minus 110.
I'm not opposed to it whatsoever. No Steph, Jordan Poole and them, they look okay, but again, it's just
You're playing the
unfortunate that Steph
magicians.
went out. It's just unfortunate that Steph went out as soon as Draymond came back. It's just a messy situation, to be totally honest. I have my choice words about Marcus Smart, that fucking guy.
What's our next one that we're
Next
going
play,
to? We're going to
play.
the King returning to New York.
Of course, the King of New York is in the city tonight. He's pulling up to Manhattan,
Pete
Madison
Davidson.
Square Garden. If you never seen Trae Young in the Garden, have you really seen a basketball game
Oh,
at the Garden?
Staten Island. Sorry.
I got Trae Young's points tonight, over 27.5, play it to 30, play it to 35. The kid just loves New York. All right, it's that simple. He understands entertainment. He understands putting on a show. Plus 300 at 35, plus 30 at plus 30 plus at plus 122. I also am rolling with RJ Barrett to have a good game. I think I'm going to take a half unit bet on him to get 30. And that's at plus 165. We're going to play all the plus money with Trae, and we're going to play RJ up to 30. I think both teams basically come out here, give you an offensive show, or they at least put up a bunch of shots. Julius Randle out the game as well. That's gonna hire his usage in RJ Barrett. So the Trae Young play is official. The RJ Barrett play is more of a lean. Obviously, shooting guards and point guards have eaten against Atlanta all year. You've cashed out at least 10 times betting on whomever is facing that backcourt. So I like the RJ in this spot. I do love Trae Young tonight, though. Trae Young over 27.5, 30 plus, and 35 on a sprinkle.
These words sound gross to say. I think the Knicks win.
Yeah, nah, I don't. No, like I said, no Julius Randle.
I think that helps them.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He looks like he does look a little bit out of it, right? He's been acting like a weirdo. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
That's what you're just saying. Just let RJ go more, and that's the way you're gonna just out. I just think they can outclass the revenge spot at home, all that good stuff, whatever you want to say that part. That's where I think the Knicks, if don't play the plus 3, just go with the plus 135 or plus 140 money line.
Yes, sir.
I am going to play it, but that's my lean, as Sosa would like to say. And you got the Barrett play. I'm completely endorsing that. And that was going to be my question. Chicago going to Milwaukee, second end of a back-on-back. Milwaukee playing with 2 days rest. Actually, only 2-6 ATS when they're playing with 2 days rest. So is that a factor, or does it really not matter?
Milwaukee team total over 120.5 is my play for tonight. Like you just stated, Chicago on a back-to-back. Chicago also still has not beaten a team with a 60% winning percentage on the season. Really not too much to say. If you want, I think it's a smack spot for Milwaukee. However, like I said, my favorite play is to over 120. I think that they can do that relatively pedestrian like against Chicago. I don't think they're gonna have to play crazy pace or anything like that to achieve that number.
Yeah, and I
Wouldn't
like
mind
that
this
angle
money.
as well because Chicago, when they've been on back to backs, the over is 10-4 to the
Yes, sir.
season. So that's where I like you targeting the Bucks, even though against the division opponents, the Bucks have always locked down. So
Oh, you know the
targeting that,
vibes. You know the vibes, Jay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and already, Bud just loves covering against the division.
Absolutely. He's like Bill Belichick against the AFC East.
It's just the thing you do. He doesn't lose to him, and he covers against them. Is one of the easiest ways to go. And then we got the Clips going in the Mile High tonight.
Now, I'm making the bet tonight just because his name is on the I'm only betting on him because it's the first night he's officially on FanDuel, and that's who I'm going at.
Bones.
Bones Highland. Today is his first official day.
How many 30-plus minute games did he just have to play in a row? Like 5
Finally on the
to finally get
fucking
up
book.
there?
Finally on the book. 11 and a half. Nashawn Highland over 11 and a half. Minus 118. The pride of Wilmington, Delaware. He will cook. He will cook for us tonight. Fuck Reggie Jackson. Fuck those other guards they got playing for the Clippers. Over 11 and a half is coming. Play it to 15 plus for the plus money. He's at the crib. He also he in his post game press conference the other night, which is kind of strange, right? Because he's a rookie and gave him the post game presser against Boston. Bones Highland was the first person to say he found it extremely disrespectful that there were fans inside that building cheering for Boston. And then he also said they didn't miss a single shot in the first half, so we probably should have did a better job, right? Um, I'm not doing the player performance double. If you're gonna go for the plus money play with Nishan, go for the 15 plus. I think 15 plus. Let me see what the number I got it at. 15 plus for him is plus 210. I think that's what I would if you're gonna look for the plus money. The Clippers could still give them issues just because they got a top 3 coach in basketball.
This is a spot kind of where I want to lay it with the Warriors, but I know, or lay it with the Nuggets, but I know I shouldn't.
And that's why I'm not doing it.
The one weird thing is the 4 prior times that the Clips have dropped 3 games in a row, they've won outright all 4 of them, and they covered in all 4, and it's gone under.
There it is. So I can't do it.
I don't think they went outright in Denver tonight. The cover seems to be in potential 6.5, but still.
I don't like the number. If the number were 5.5, which is usually the number we start to stay away from, 6.5 makes me not want to touch it even more. So go ahead, bro. He's saying don't be scared. I got nothing for this one, my boy.
Don't be scared. All right, we'll do it. 6.5 minus 110. We ain't scared.
We're laying the 6.5.
As our man J Money would say, fuck the Clippers.
I'm all and shout out to his Mavs last night. Dude, handling business. Luke ain't get me the ladder, but shout out to the Mavs,
and holding it under.
Against
holding
Minnesota.
It under was clutch.
And taking care of the under for us. We needed
that.
Oh
shit, he's saying to go with the Clippers. We're screwed now.
Oh man.
Warriors. Yeah, we are on the Warriors team.
Yeah, we're on the Warriors tonight for sure. We're on the Warriors. We definitely on the Warriors.
Warriors team total over 111.5.
Steve Kerr about
to 6.5.
Steve Kerr about to be in his Phil Jackson. He's gonna be in his Phil Jackson bag today. There ain't no reason for you to lose to these motherfuckers. Phil used to tell the Bulls that he wouldn't even walk them through the game. Like, listen, if you can't beat these dudes, ain't no reason for you to be out here. For real. I think that's the approach. What else? Yeah, I think that's all I got, man. I'm keeping it low on the volume. It's only 4 games. Plenty of action the rest of the week. Don't be.
You want to talk the U.S. Open Cup? Motown plays Westchester United. We got Oyster Bay playing. Who's Oyster Bay playing? Hartford City. Chicago FC playing Cleveland Soccer.
Okay, I have a question.
The Feeders Kicks versus Denton Diablos.
Can I ask one question? What the fuck does the USL stand for?
United States Soccer League
Wouldn't that be USSL?
or United Soccer League. I don't fucking know, man. It's the USL.
I don't even know what the fuck it is. I'm not touching it, man. I'm not betting on semi-pro soccer, man. I'm not betting on fathers.
The one dude on Motown played for the Salzburg and scored a Europa goal.
Oh,
for
really?
Home Dogs.
I'll be dipped in shit and rolled in breadcrumbs. Had no idea.
It's just how the FA Cup's over in England, where they actually give like the League Two and lower teams the chances. This is the United States version of it. It's not the golf tournament or all the other stuff.
Oh man, Sosa wants to talk about McDavid.
Huge hockey slate tonight.
Just free the man them. That's all I gotta say, man. Free the man them. That's all. Like free him for real, man.
So I'm surprised you don't have a hockey play tonight. Loaded board.
I got one.
Since when?
See, that's what you don't understand, man. When the people ask, I deliver. I'm one of them. All right, you want to?
No, we don't touch spring training. We don't touch NIT. We will touch the U.S. Open Cup, though.
Okay, y'all want to play? Here we go. The New York Rangers winning regulation plus 105.
Yeah, fuck the Devils. We out. Give us a like.